In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can quickly design your characters for your children's book. So we're going to be drawing a wiener dog today, and my buddy Bryce is just off screen right over there. He's going to be working on some designs as well. Say hi, Bryce.
Hello.
The very first thing that I like to do is find some reference. Okay, so if I'm going to design some kind of wiener dog, I want to figure out some just how other people draw wiener dogs, and I want to just take a look at all of the kind of different ways that they draw them. So this one has bigger ears and a longer body. This one doesn't really have that long of a body. This one has a really long skinny body. It's very cartoony. This one is more like happy and round.
I like that one.
This one goes in a heart. This one's more realistic. This one's walking. Some of them have their, oh, that one, that one's so cute. So we want to make note of the interesting things from all of these dogs. And I'm just going to start by drawing something. Really, you can just start with anything. So, I mean, one big thing with a wiener dog is its long body. So I'm just going to draw like kind of a hot dog kind of thing here. And I'm looking off screen and just seeing what kind of legs people draw. So, I mean, sometimes they draw them just like that, like a little sausage like that. Sometimes they're like pointy. Sometimes they're really long like this and really kind of more like a leg like that. And so really the big deal here is that we're going to draw this a bunch of times in a bunch of different ways just to figure out what we like, because that's the hardest part, is just figuring out what you like. So I'm just going to maybe add a little head here and add a snout and some ears, and we'll just kind of add front paws and then back paws like this. Then we'll just kind of have a little tail, and you can just kind of play around and maybe I want some eyes on this. I'll do eyes this way this time. And every time you draw something, you figure out what do you like and what do you not like. And so I like his nose. I like the shape of his head here. I like his front paw here, but the back leg, not so much. What's up?
How do you draw the feet kind of like good? Because I am not really good at that. Like stay hard.
Well, that's the thing, is if you just try and draw them a bunch of different ways. So if I'm just going to draw like a foot, I can draw it like this, or I can draw it like this, or I can draw it down here and then just a little nubbin, or I could do like big fat foot. There's all different kinds of ways that you can draw feet. And so this is all about experimenting and trying to figure out exactly what do we like. So I really like the front of this, and I like his snout, but I don't know about the rest of it. I don't know about that. I was thinking that maybe I do a little bit more of a hot dog shape, like that's kind of bent in the middle. I kind of like that. Now let's play around with some legs. And I like it to be kind of pointy, I think, at the bottom. And a little bit more kind of pointy here. And let's see about how big of a head we want. Maybe I'll try it a little bit pointier as far as the nose goes. And that's the great thing, is you don't have to make one perfect drawing. Just make a bunch of drawings with some parts that you like and just make them different every time. What would happen if we made his head a lot longer, like really long snout, like this? Do we like that? What if we had eyes like this? Do we like that? And then what if his body was really small? You can try all different kinds of things here, and there's really no way to do it wrong. Just try a bunch of stuff. And so let's do maybe a really long body like this, and a really small head like this. All different kinds of ways we could do this. Okay, maybe we'll draw him in a couple different different. Maybe we'll draw him in a couple different positions. So maybe he's kind of standing up. Let's just draw his little sausage. Little sausage body. And there's his little snout like this. There's his ears. There's his eyes and his nose. Like that. He's kind of bent over. That's kind of fun. And it's okay to just try things out. I think that I like this kind of head. And we just got to take the parts that we like. I like this kind of head. I like this kind of body. I like this front foot. And so maybe I'll just start drawing a little bit lighter down here. We'll just draw a body that's kind of like that. I'll just draw really light. And I like this front foot. I think that works really well. And so maybe we'll make his head a little bit smaller, maybe like this big, but we'll have it nice and long, like this. There we go. And we'll have this come up like that. And then I like maybe make him really fat. I like fat wiener dogs. Gotta have a portly boy. And then his little backside like that. I think he's maybe just too fat. He needs a little bit of a diet. There we go. And the eyes, I like the bulgy eyes, but I also like these eyes. That's the thing with characters is when you're drawing, it's so easy to make these eyes that are these circles. You can do so much and they're so easy to make look good versus the other eyes and stuff. You have to really know what you're doing to make them look good. And I don't feel like I even know what I'm doing enough to make them look really good. But there we have a pretty cute looking wiener dog. And I could kind of maybe take his back down a little bit. I'll just start drawing this a little bit darker. There's his little feet. There we go. I really like that front foot. That looks good. I like the shape of his head. That looks pretty nice. Maybe a little tongue. That's looking pretty cute. I like him a lot. I'm not totally sold on his body. I like this part. And I kind of like the back, but his middle maybe needs a little bit of help. So maybe we'll take this same thing and we'll just work on his middle. And so maybe we can try a couple different options here. We could take the sausage shape and squeeze it a little bit to where he's a little bit thicker here on the front of him. And then on the back, it's a little bit more lean. And so we could do something more like this, where we have a little foot back there. Yeah, see, and then he has a little foot back here. Good. I like this front, so we'll keep the front. Good. And then we have his head and his snout. His head comes in with his head, I think, is pretty good. I really like how it's going. Yeah. And his little tail right there. I like that body a little more. I feel like that's a little bit closer to what we want. So maybe something like that. And so after a while, you'll start to realize all the little parts that you like. Like the back looks good. I still feel like the middle needs some help. So I don't know. We just like, we should be able to like chop him right here and just do something different in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get a new piece of paper maybe. Maybe I'll fold this. This is where reference can come in too. We can look at the other wiener dog bodies. How does everybody else draw their bodies? So this one, yeah, I mean, there's a hot dog. There's just a straight dog like that. There's this one it's kind of tapered a little bit. That looks pretty nice. I like that. I like how he's kind of squatty at the back. This one's wavy.
Wavy.
He's wavy.
Like what kind of wavy?
Well, look at him. Look at this one. He's like, "Whirr."
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like ripples through
That
the
one's
water.
cute. That's a cute boy. I like him. He has a longer neck. I'm not really giving my dogs a neck at all.
I
So
know
we,
my neck.
yeah. All right. So we could play around with that idea. I mean, you could even take this and do a little bit of reference here. So I could kind of learn to draw his body here like this. So it's more like this shape. And then he has kind of a squattier backside like this. And then we have the head. Can make him have a big head. And the snout that we like. This. That's good. There we go. Now he has a little bit more of a head, more of a neck. There we go. Yeah. Something like that. A little bit into his neck here. And he's looking pretty good. I'd say he's maybe just a little bit, he needs to be longer now. See, like the style of it is pretty nice. I like the style overall, pretty much on most of it. It's just I feel like he could be a stretch limo instead of a squishy limo. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we take him and we just stretch him out a little bit. Maybe we'll draw him a little bit smaller. So we could start with his body and we'll just stretch it out a lot. Okay, so we'll have a big circle here. And we'll just kind of squeeze it in the middle. His back feet look like this. His front foot looks like this. And then his head needs to be a little bigger. Something like that. But it's all about just experimenting over and over again. And eventually you'll get to something that you like. I know you can do that. Or you can get something that you like. All you have to do is just keep going, keep working on it, and you can do it. We could take this but stretch him out, and that's, I think, kind of the direction that I'm going to go. So, Bryce, show me your dog. What are you working on? That's awesome.
Coloring it.
I love that. Oh, I love his tongue coming out and the whites in his eyes and the bright red collar, and he has the different colored feet and the tummy.
I was basing it off of a little man outside.
Oh yeah, we have a wiener dog. His name's Kevin, and that looks a lot like Kevin. That's awesome, buddy. Good job. So yeah, whether you're basing it off of a real wiener dog or some reference online, or just going through and iterating over and over again. Look at this. This is what I started with, which I'm like, it's okay. It's all right. But this is looking awesome. And that's all it takes is a little bit of patience and continuing to just pick the parts that you like. So I like this part and this part and this part, but the middle part needs some work. So yeah, I'm going to keep working on this, and I know you can make a really awesome character too. And if you want a few more tips to make your illustration a little bit easier, click on that video right there, because I go over the 5 special tips that are going to help make your life easier when it comes to making art for your books. All right?
Show your guy off.
Show your guy off. There we go. He's beautiful. I love him.